time to meet Clifton.
With your host, Ray Grabowski.
Here's Ray.
Welcome to another episode of Meet Clifton. Tonight we have a lot of interesting guests and we hope you enjoy it. Plus we have something we do every year about the flag raising, the folds of the flag and the meeting, which is very, very important to watch because understand our flag of the United States is important, especially now, 250 years of America. So we'll bring that on the show too later on. But in the meantime, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Don't you hear the band applauding? You can't sit down. You hear the hip hip with the backbeat? You can't sit down. Don't you see the gang a grooving? You can't sit down. You gotta get your bottom moving. You can't sit down. You gotta slap, bop, flip, flop, hip hop, never stop. You can't sit down.
Tonight's guests are
You gotta move, move, move around.
members of the Clifton Health Department.
You gotta clap, 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 way off the ground. We're pouring.
Maria Lynn Gattuso.
Can't sit down when you're in Clifton.
Featuring the music of Swingman and the Misfit Mutts.
You hear the hip hip with the backbeat. Can't sit down. Don't you see the gang and grooving? Can't sit down. You gotta get your bottom moving. Can't sit down. You gotta slap, flop, flip, flop, hip hop, never stop. Can't sit down. Can't sit down. You gotta move, 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 round and round. Can't sit down. Can't sit down. You gotta clap, clap.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy another episode of Meet Clifton.
Okay, welcome to the show. Today we have a couple special guests actually from the city of Clifton, from the health department. They took it upon themselves with a few other people, I'm sure will explain. Louie the Lead Dog, that's this book that they wrote. And it's about lead and, lead, how it gets into the people and the kids and how it's dangerous. And this was to help the kids understand, and adults, how bad it is for them in the water and why the city has changed over all the pipes. But first, let me just start with, this is Melissa Spencer, Lauren Scarfo, and of course, Anthony Bartlett, who's actually our technical person, but he's also the lead inspector and co-author, for the Clifton Health Department. So let's start off with, tell me how the health department began this journey.
All right, good question. So this is a two-part answer. So in July 22nd, 2022, the state of New Jersey Department of Public Affairs came up with a new law requiring all rental properties built before 1978 to be tested for lead hazards. So we discussed different avenues. How should we notify the public? So we began doing outreach, appearing on the Clifton On Air podcast. We did different programs with different churches, a local gym, and we send out mailing to local single-family homes, multi-family homes, and two-family homes. Fast forward in May 2024, the Health Department Lead Division and John Beagle took a trip to New Hampshire. At that conference discussed about lead poisoning in old homes built before 1978. There were several vendors, and it so happened that we met a vendor who produced a children's book. So on our way back, John was talking about it because John has a very innovative mind. He loves making up stories, commercials. He's always giving us a project. He, wants us to think outside the box. So we came back to Clifton. We arrived in New Jersey. So the following week, we had an office meeting. So John was very excited. So he was like, guess what, guys? I want you to come up with a children's story. And we're going to discuss the name, but we're going to talk about lead poisoning. And this book, I want it for the parents and for the children. Little pointers, what to look out for in homes. So myself, Anthony, and Lauren, we all met amongst ourselves. We started brainstorming. It was like, what should we do? How could we come up with this book? So we just started writing little scripts. We met with John, and John was like, I like this. Let's call it Louie the Lead Dog. So we reached out to Roxanne, who's the art center director, and we're like, this is the book. This is our rough draft. We need someone to help us illustrate the pictures. And she goes, perfect. We have the perfect person. His name is Sammy. Sammy actually works for the art center, and he is a junior at Montclair State. And Sammy began to script and draw different artwork for us and was like, oh, we really like this. And that's how we came up with the name Louie the Lead Dog.
Do we have a dog actually?
Yes.
Yes.
But his name's not Louie, right?
No. It's actually based on my dog. Her name's Darla. Got her from the animal shelter. She was lost astray. They found her and really liked her, adopted her. She's a Stafford Terrier Bulldog mix. And she's very cute looking. She's a female, but she's very cute looking. And so we thought that would be a cool idea for the book. We'll go based on her. As you can see in the back of the book, there's a picture of her. And so we went off of that. And then that was how, and then John came up with Louie the Lead Dog. That was the name. So Darla didn't have quite the ring to it as Louie.
Yeah,
so.
well, it's okay. So what's the main idea of the lead book itself? The main idea?
The main idea is to teach children, young children, lead safety and to eat right, wash your hands and things like that to stay lead safe.
In a home, where is lead primarily found? I mean, now they've stopped using lead, but there's still places.
Yeah, so the reason we inspect houses built before 1978 that are rented is because before 1978, lead was still able to be used in paint and stuff like that. So now in houses, when we go there and test, or if we tested the first time, we're testing for lead dust and stuff like that. So the lead can be found in the paint, on the walls, could be on the floor, could be on the windowsills. Those are the primary spots we check. Also lead can be found in water, soil, various places it can be found. So it just depends on what we're there for and what we're testing, but in general, that's where the lead is located.
So Melissa, I know you do a lot of the lead testing, right?
Yes.
And so what about toys?
The health department actually purchased a lead consumer analyzer, which tests painted toys and lets you know right there if the presence of lead is detected. So we actually do that when we go out on home visits as well.
Now the government, they don't approve any toys with paint, but can they stop things coming in from other countries?
In theory, we do inspect all toys, all merchandises that enter, but unfortunately, sometimes we're short-staffed, and sometimes certain things just get slipped through the crack. So that's why most health departments have a machine on staff. If you don't have the machine, you're able to borrow from another health department or a county health department, but we happen to have our own at the Clifton Health Department.
Maybe Lauren could help. Lead poisoning, okay? What's the danger if someone consumes too much lead? Like, let's say you're a child, and I know there's a formula for how much lead is in their blood, but what are the dangers? What's the symptoms, or what's the cause? Or
So I'll take
yeah,
this
that's
if you don't mind,
good.
Lauren.
No.
So 0 to 6 is the biggest threat to children. 0 to 6 is where the brain's not like fully formed. And so when lead is absorbed into the body, it can really affect the brain, and it could cause them some developmental delays. It can cause health issues. The lead actually goes to your bones. So like it will be stored in there. It can store in there for a long, long time. So any of that can be consumed through lead, it can cause delays in adults. It can cause health problems as well, pets. Everybody's affected by it, not just kids. But kids 0 to 6, it affects them the most. And honestly, they're the ones that can consume it, whether it's, kids hand to mouth, stuff like that. And right now, I'd say most houses, the biggest threat is lead dust. And so when a kid's playing, I know my son does not wash his hands every time. So a lot of kids play, do whatever, and then eat or put their hands in their mouth. And it's ingested directly, and that's what affects them the most.
Yeah, because I think that's important because, I know I grew up with a lot of lead and no one knew about it, and they just adjusted all the piping and plumbing in Clifton, so no lead, but there's still a lot out there. And maybe in third world countries, they don't even take care of that at this point. So that's pretty scary.
Lead was in gasoline too for the longest time. And you got to think of all the emissions and all that stuff going up in the air and going into the soil. It definitely, even though it's been, 50 years, or it still comes up in the soil and stuff like that, still present.
So I know the book was inspired by John Beagle. Had to say that. But just tell me a little bit about the book. Like, how did you, who illustration was done by Samuel,
Yes.
right? And then Anthony, yourself, and Lauren wrote the script. And so
Correct.
tell me a little bit about the process. How'd you do this?
It was a labor of love. It took us a little over a year. Lots of editing. We hired a publisher, it's called Book Baby. They're located in New Jersey, and they helped us along the way. It was a learning process. This is our first time doing this, so we had no clue. So we would write, brainstorm, Anthony would track it, proofread it, Lauren, myself, John Beagle. It was a group effort. Everyone in the office is looking on it. Let's try to find for grammatical errors. And we're like, okay, this is fine, we're done. Next week we reread it, and we find some more errors. It was just a learning process, but it was fun writing it. We learned a lot. It was a good team building activity throughout the office.
The story is definitely for the kids, and to try to have them understand a little bit what's not good, what's good, stuff like that. And then we have the little Louis the Lead facts on the bottom, and those are for the parents. Those are like, hey, running your water 30 seconds before starting to use it can help flush out some lead. And little facts that can help parents just, on a day-to-day basis, make sure that they're doing the best for their kids and making sure they're as healthy as possible, definitely.
And we also have an activity sheet, so the kids can also read along with their parents. And there's a connect the dots, and they could identify areas in the house which may have peeling paint or which looks like an area of concern. And we always end like, contact your parents or a trusted adult in the house for any type of peeling paint. And we just, talk about fun facts or just things to do before you enter your house. Remove your shoes, wash your hands before you eat, weekly house cleaning, especially your windowsills, and use wet disposable wipes, wet mops, and if possible, a vacuum cleaner with a HEPA filter.
Like adults too, like the biggest way adults are affected or bring lead in is usually through their job. So like if they work as a mechanic, they, other specific ones, gun range, stuff like that, but like their occupation a lot of times will bring the lead into the household. So like Melissa said, if you're not taking your shoes off, you could be tracking it on the floor. And then if you have a baby that's crawling, then they're getting it on their hands and feet, or a dog, is getting it on them and they're tracking it everywhere, or a cat. So it definitely can be tracked in by the parents. It's not necessarily just in the household. It could be brought in as well.
And also, I know this book was based on the New Jersey lead-based paint law, but this is for anyone, whether it's a rental property or you own your home that lived in a old stock built before 1978. This is good advice for anyone.
So this is great for teachers
Yes.
to read to the kids because it's very simple, but it's a good educational tool. So now I know everyone's going to want this book. So how do we get it? Or how do I have my copy? Thank you.
So books are available both online and at the Clifton Health Department. Online, books are $12 each. And then if you decide to come into the health department, books are $10 in person, and you get a bookmark as well.
Okay, and this $12 technically, you're not looking to make a profit here. We're just trying to supplement the book, the sales, and be able to make more.
Correct.
And so this is going to go towards books, and actually just goes to help supplement the department, get more education out there because nothing's free. So, we thank you for coming on. We appreciate it because the health department is the best in the state, and you guys are doing a fantastic job. So thank you all for coming on, and we'll be right back.
Hello, Clifton and friends, and welcome to the updates. I'm Sharon Korbanix, and it's always a pleasure to chat with you today. And of course, we are in the full swing of summer, just started, and there's lots of activities going on. So bear with me, we got lots to talk about. Now, the Recreation Department has many summer camps and different activities going on. So please go to their website for the Recreation Department, see which activities you're interested in, sign up for them, and see what fees and details are associated with that. But they have lots to do, so definitely take a look at that. Now, we do have our annual fireworks display and also now Carnival, July 4th, and that will be at Clifton Stadium. So please go to the website, or they will have the flyer on the show, so you can look at the details as well. So let's not miss July 4th, especially for the country's 250th anniversary. So, and also, the Art Center will always have activities happening during the summer as well as throughout the whole year. So please go to the Clifton Arts Center website, see what they have currently, see what they have for the future. They'll have performances, they'll have art classes, and they'll have different theater performances going on as well. Now, the concert series that's happening in Memorial Main Park is always on Sundays at 7:30. It starts July 12th through August 30th. Lots of different performers, so definitely take a look at the flyer as well. They'll have that up and running for you, so you can take a look at that. Now, this is something new for 2026, a bathing suit and goggle drive. Now, it's started ready May 28th through August 15th. You just have to go to your donations bring your donations to the Clifton Rec Department, 900 Clifton Ave. And again, here's another flyer for that as well. They'll have that up and running for you to take a look at. So if you have some bathing suits that you bought and didn't want to use, you can definitely donate those for that. Now we have a drive-in movie night. Again, it's through the Recreation Department. It is going to be Tuesday, August 4th, and the rain date is August 11th. So it's at Main Memorial Park. It starts around 8:45 p.m., and it will start as soon as it's dark enough to view. So here's also the flyer for that as well. So make sure you take a look at that and see what movie they will be playing. Now, there's also Family Campout. Of course, the Recreation Department has a great time with this, and so do the residents have a great time with their families. So the theme is Give a Hoot, Don't Pollute. The date is August 21st to the 22nd. Rain date, August 28th and 29th. So it's Friday evening beginning 4 p.m. until Saturday around 1 p.m. Location is at 201 Maplewood Ave, and that's in Albion Park. And that's the family campout. So consider going to it. They have games, entertainment, there's tent camping, there's dinner and s'mores, and there's breakfast the next day, crafts and cooking, lots of family fun. So here's a flyer for that. So make sure you be on the lookout for that as well. And for a heads up for September, we have the Athenia Business Association, their street fair. That is coming up. It normally is the second Sunday in September, so be on the lookout for the details there. It starts around by Stanley's Rear Park and all the way down to Shook Funeral Home. There'll be vendors, food vendors, crafters, and there's also entertainment. I believe it's also special from Swingman and the Misfit Mutts that they always perform every year, and I believe they'll have the Clifton Marching Band as well to do a performance. So please come out for that. They always do a great job. And again, in September, it is September 13th. It's the Boys and Girls Club of Clifton, their car, truck, and motorcycle show. This is a great fundraiser for the Boys and Girls Club. It will be from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. It is no entrance fee, just come and enjoy. And it's a great fundraiser for the Boys and Girls Club so they can continue their activities, their before school, after school activities, some camps that they have as well. And again, here's a flyer for that. So you want to come out and take a look at that and enjoy. And if you do want to be part of it, it's a registration. There's a pre-show. Before September 12th, $15, and the day of show is $20. So please come out and enjoy it. There's so much to do. There's so much more going on. If we have an hour, we could list everything that's happening. But as always, it's a pleasure meeting you around town, and we hope you have a great summer, healthy, happy, and safe summer. And we'll see you in the next few months. So enjoy your activities and enjoy being with your family, friends, and neighbors. And thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
Here is Here's the meaning of each of these folds and what it means. The first fold of our flag is the symbol of life. The second fold is the symbol of our belief in eternal life. The third fold is made in honor and remembrance of the veterans departing our ranks, who gave a portion of their lives for the defense of our country to attain peace throughout the world. The fourth fold represents our weaker nature, for as American citizens trusting, it is to Him we turn in times of peace, as well as in time of war, for His divine guidance. The fifth fold is a tribute to our country, for in the words of Stephen Decatur, our country, in dealing with other countries, may she always be right, but it is still our country, right or wrong. The sixth fold is where our hearts lie. It is with our heart that we pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The seventh fold is a tribute to our armed forces, for it is through the armed forces that we protect our country and our flag against all her enemies, whether they be found within or without the boundaries of our republic. The eighth fold is a tribute to the one who entered into the valley of the shadow of death, that we might see the light of day, and to honor Mother, for whom it flies on Mother's Day. The ninth fold is a tribute to womanhood, for it has been through their faith, their love, loyalty, and devotion that the character of the men and women who have made this country great has been molded. The 10th fold is a tribute to the Father, for He too has given His sons and daughters for the defense of our country since they were first born. The 11th fold, in the eyes of a Hebrew citizen, represents the lower portion of the seal of King David and King Solomon, and glorifies in their eyes the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The 12th fold, in the eyes of a Christian citizen, represents an emblem of eternity and glorifies in their eyes God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. 13th, when the flag is completely folded, the stars are uppermost, reminding us of our nation's motto, "In God we trust." After the flag is completely folded and tucked in, it takes on the appearance of a cocked hat, ever reminding us of the soldiers who served under General George Washington, and the sailors and Marines who served under Captain John Paul Jones, who were followed by their comrades and shipmates in the armed forces of the United States, preserving for us the rights, privileges, and freedoms we enjoy today.
This is the flag of our country, the symbol of freedom, the emblem of unity.
Sit only lonely, all the heartaches I've been through. Sit only lonely, I cry for you. Maybe tomorrow a new romance, no more sorrow, but that's the chance you gotta take if you're lonely. Heartbreaks, only the lonely. Dum, 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 do I. Yeah. Only the lonely. Only the lonely. Only the lonely.
Okay, welcome back. With us tonight, we have Lynn Gattuso. Thanks for coming on. We're going to talk about integrative energy. She's an integrative energy practitioner. That's going to take a lot of explaining. But the subject is going to be a simple technique to purify inner peace. Ho'opono.
Correct.
I'm pretty close. That's like Hawaiian healing prayer. So we got to start off with that. Like, what is Ho'opono?
So it's a Hawaiian healing prayer. It's broken down into 3 segments. The Ho'o is to make something happen. The Opono is to make something right, and when you repeat it, openo, openo, it's to make something perfectly right.
Use that, Clifton.
And it's a prayer, so it's got a lot of intention behind it to move energy behind something that you are praying about. And in particular, it is about a lot of emotion that people carry and things that people carry that are in the negative. So the Ho'oponopono, Hawaiian healing prayer, it helps to facilitate an action about the issue that someone may be having internally, mostly.
Let's stay on that for a second, because I'm reading here, it can shift our mindset and clear out bad energy. So what's the process? Do I sit in my living room with my knees, in the Buddha thing, and repeat those words or I have something in my mind that I don't. That's what I want you to explain.
Okay, so Ho'oponopono is the name of the prayer. Okay. The prayer consists of 4 separate sentences, and it sounds very simple. And some people are extremely challenged to say these things. Their ego won't let them, or the story or the offense it won't let them say the words, which is, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And when you say those things, when you're looking at something that's lovely, it's easy to say. When you're looking at something that you love, it's very easy to say.
What are those 4 things again?
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Please forgive me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I love you.
Okay. Most people hardly ever say any of those.
And that's why I brought it up, because as a healer, I have a lot of people that come to see me that are in bad shape, that are dealing with physical problems, that are dealing with mental problems or spiritual problems. And one of the first things we talk about is what's bothering you, and it's usually a person, a place, or a thing. And it's like, well, did you apologize? Did you pray about it? What are you doing about it? And most people aren't doing anything about it except thinking about it or talking about it to someone else in a negative way, making the offense bigger, making the pain bigger. And Carolyn Miss, who wrote a book called The Anatomy of the Spirit, is known for saying that your biography becomes your biology. And she's not the only person that says that. That's scientifically proven, that what you focus on, you magnify, you make bigger. So if you're focusing on something that's a negative, you wake up in the morning and you're thinking about it, and then you tell your mother about it or your father about it, or you just tell anybody that will listen about it, you're making it bigger. Then they're going to start to feel upset about it. And if they know the person, then everybody's going to start to feel bad about it. And so it doesn't go away. It stays in the body and it gets bigger and it messes with your biology.
Okay, so I understand that part.
Good.
Sort of.
Okay.
But so am I saying this? Do I have a fight with someone? Am I saying this? Am I going up and saying it to their face?
Well, ultimately that would be.
Am I just praying, hoping?
Ultimately, that would be a great thing to say to someone.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's not an easy thing for people to say.
That's why I'm bringing it up, because
Right.
I think that it's called a practice for a reason. People need to practice opening their hearts. When you say you're sorry to somebody, you dismantle the whole thing. If you can't say that, that's the beginning of the struggle within you. It's not outside of you. It's in you. The ego says, why do I have to apologize? And then we just continue the loop in this. I don't have to apologize. Why do I have to apologize? That guy is this, or this girl is that. And then ultimately we have a problem, and it's a chronic problem. People don't know how to communicate, and when they do communicate, they communicate from an offense or an ego position, and so there's not a lot of healing going on. So I have learned this prayer, and I have said this prayer repeatedly. I'm the first one that will admit to having to say it, to having to digest it, and having to put it in the places that have hurt me. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Saying it to my heart, saying it to my body, saying it to my head, what that hurts about a certain situation. So ultimately, Ray, or Mayor, you want to actually get to a place where you're saying it to other people. You are freely saying it. You don't even hesitate to say it. You move the ego out of the way and you say, I'll take full responsibility. But it starts with saying it to yourself and apologizing for holding on to something that doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good in the body to focus like that. And you want to feel good. And that's when you come to see someone like me, and I hope that if anyone does need help with this kind of thing, that they will come to see me. But I will challenge you. I will put you on the spot about it, and I will help you to facilitate this, and this is one of the methods that I use.
Right, because Maria does see people and resolve, I don't want to call it energy or...
You can call it that.
I call it energy. Sure. Now, hypothetically, someone offends me or you, and you're expecting an apology, and it never comes. You let it go and write the person
I don't
off?
think that's a good position to stand in. We're not expecting anything. This is internally, okay. And then when you are walking in that type of grace, you don't need an apology.
Okay, I'm just, because sometimes...
When you're walking in that kind of love, because I'm sorry, please forgive me is the first half. The other half is thank you, I love you, right? So it's a different energy completely. I'm sorry, please forgive me is taking accountability for the energy that you feel in your body, or for dismantling the conversation with someone else. If you're in the middle of an argument, the faster you say, I'm sorry, did I hurt you? I'm sorry, are you offended by what I just said? Oh, I'm so sorry, forgive me, as opposed to waiting for an apology. You're just like waiting for a plane. You're gonna wait a while, so why wait? And if it doesn't come, you're disappointed. You gotta reschedule, and you continue to wait. It's not about that. Get in the vicinity of it, and then you won't need it. Your ego says, I don't even remember the offense. What did you do? You need to apologize to me for what? What did you do? I'm not holding on to that. Be so free and open and full of love, because ultimately we're trying to embody love here on this planet. We are here to learn how to love one another. We're not sitting here, in the sacred scriptures, the definition of love is, I'm not going to say the whole thing, but part of it is keeping no record of wrongs. Who's got a record? Who are we holding it on? And she did that. Remember this lady, and she did this, this, and this. And every single time you talk about her, that's the narrative. So you're holding it. It's in you. And what it will do eventually is, if you tell enough people, it'll jump from me to you. The energy, and then you'll go home and tell somebody, and then before you know it, the whole community is upset about something. And we really need to stop doing that.
Absolutely.
We really need to stop doing that.
I agree 100%. 100%. So give me an example, like a quick example.
I think you could give me an example.
No, I cannot.
You could probably give me a better. We're in City Hall. I'm sure there's a lot of things here that we could work on to. I'm just saying, where I come from, my world, I don't have as much. But let's just say that you're in a meeting and you're disagreeing. You just have a complete difference of opinion, and the person that you're speaking with gets obnoxious, or they go low. Then they maybe say things that, that are offensive to you and about the way you think and about the subject matter in general. And they disagree hard, and they call you names. Or right in that moment. Now, if you're not embodying this, it's going to be very hard for you to switch gears when somebody comes at you, because the lower energies are fight and flight. I'm either going to run away from it if it's bigger than me, or I'm going to fight with it. And so you have to kind of have it in you to dismantle and diffuse the energy from love. That love is the highest energy on the planet, and it is the superpower. It is the strength. So you have to be in this proximity way before you get in the building. As a matter of fact, before I came to this building, I sent energy here, and that may sound a little woo-woo to people, but it's not. I have a very big heart, and I sent my heart here before I got here. It's a conscious choice to do that. I'm coming to City Hall.
Yeah, it's controversial.
There's a lot of energy here. I know what goes on here. There's all kinds of energy coming in and out of this building all day long. And I don't want to attract any of it. I don't want to get into any kind of a debate about anything. No, I'm love. I don't know what you are, and it doesn't matter. I'm love, and I'm bringing love to the table. It doesn't mean you're a doormat. It doesn't mean that, because love has boundaries in some places. You have strength, and you are holding on to that love, but it doesn't mean that somebody can walk up to you and just slap you, and then you say to them, I'm sorry. That's a little absurd, and I wouldn't even suggest that. But when you're holding on to love and you're in that love vibration, they wouldn't dream of it. They wouldn't dream of slapping you. For what? To slap the love out of you? But then again, just to finish my thing, you know, love can be offensive to some people. They don't know what love is. So when you're embodying that and they're in the vicinity of it, it's like, what is that? I'm not used to that. And so it could be offensive to somebody. And so that's a whole other, I'll come back and talk about how you dismantle that one.
Yeah, and just, I have a fifth question. It says, what's the biggest transformation someone experiences when they make this, what we're talking about today, part of your life?
Well,
you also do Reiki, right?
I do. I do hands-on healing,
right.
and I teach meditation, and I help people move their energy from a negative to a positive. And obviously, the greatest transformation is going to be healing at the highest level, mind, body, spirit. If your biography becomes your biology, and you're coming in and you're having anxiety and you're having all of these issues, and I get you to open your heart about something, forgive someone, forgive yourself. You know, love yourself, put love onto a certain storyline. You know, people will say to me often, I've never thought about that, or that never occurred to me, or that's really difficult for me. I don't know how to do that. Show me how to do that. And with a little breathing technique and with a little hands-on energy or practice, such as teaching this, open a Hawaiian healing prayer, and someone starts to embrace the thought of it, eventually the energy, if you were to say this to yourselves, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, the nervous system calms down. It's like, oh, this is safe, this is beautiful. So the best thing that would happen is that the person would feel better, other people would feel better, and there will be forgiveness and there will be more love. The one thing we didn't touch on is gratitude. You know, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Gratitude. Be grateful for everything that's going on, even if it is difficult. I'm grateful for difficulties. It makes me stronger. I don't run away from it. I'm not in fight or flight. I'm in love. So I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. That's the way.
I'll try that at the end of my show.
You will? Okay.
Obviously, Maria is very passionate about what she talks about, and she has a lot of information to give out, and it's, of course, too short of a time to give it all. But if you ever need advice or you need something, you know, we will put her name on the bottom, obviously, and, well, the people watch the show, so hopefully they learn something out of this.
Hopefully, and we heal a little bit, this world, this crazy, crazy world, and I really appreciate the opportunity
thank you, Maria.
to be here and to speak to your viewers and to speak to the community and just put out a little bit of light and a little bit of love. Love you, mean it.
Okay, thank you, we'll be right back. Okay, that's it for tonight. We thank everyone for tuning in tonight. We hope you enjoyed the show. As always, be good to your friends and family. Respect your neighbors. This is a great city. Keep Clifton close to your heart. Thank you, and have a good night, and God bless.